All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
Dee Snider of Twisted Sister is not happy that Kiss are doing a non-makeup show in Vegas in November. He tweeted, quote, 14 months since their last farewell. That may be a new record for them. I can't believe people still put up with their crap. To me, it's insulting. End quote.
Is that exactly what I said? I said it's insulting.
Yeah, it is insulting to the fans.
Thank you, Dee.
Thank you, Dee.
You validated me.
Corey Feldman, who is the mascot of this program, is going to be the next guest on The Magnificent Others.
Yes.
New episode drops tomorrow.
Yes, that's Billy Corgan's. That's Billy Corgan's very excellent interview podcast.
Yes, and he says it's definitely going to make some waves. Very proud of Corey for being so honest and forthcoming. So this is going to be good.
Wait.
Yesterday, Chevelle said they're gearing up for their first album in 4 years, and they're also doing a big North American tour. The Point is presenting them at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater on September 13th. So their last album was 2021's Nothing Is Real, and This Is a Simulation. The new single is expected soon, so we'll see some new music from Chevelle when they're here in September. First, Gene Simmons offered his fans the opportunity to spend a day as his roadie for almost $13,000. And now pop artist JoJo Siwa is doing something similar for her upcoming North American tour. It's a Dream Guest VIP option for a very affordable $900. She says that you are actually going to come. You're going to get to come during our load-in. You're going to be helping us set it up, make sure things are in the right place. You're going to see a sound check.
I love how you're paying her to work.
Right. This is the new thing that they're trying to make money on.
Is this the new business model?
I guess so. And they're, I get that it would be fun, but this is
what I guess it is? It's going to rock and roll fantasy camp. It's doing the same thing.
I guess.
Remember they used to do the baseball fantasy camps where you go down to Florida during a spring training, you get to play baseball with Ozzie Smith and some of the retired guys.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this is. So if you ever wanted to be a roadie, you pay money and you pretend to be a roadie.
I just wonder how much energy the actual artist that you are paying to see is going to spend with you. Because, you're with the road crew, and that's going to be fun, but that's probably the majority of the time is with the actual roadies. I don't think Gene Simmons is going to be a part of the setup process and the entire 8 hours that you're working for him. He's going to go back and do his thing and be gone,
It's super interesting, and I wonder if this is going to be a new thing.
Right. Is there a band that you would do this for?
That I would roadie for?
Yeah, let's say it's $5,000.
$5,000.
$5,000. It's 8 hours. So it's like you get there at a call time and you're going to stay for the whole show. And you get to hang with the band, set up, sound check, maybe have a little pre-show drink or dinner with the band.
I want to do that.
Do Tool, wouldn't you?
That would seem to be boring for me.
Okay.
They would never offer this, I don't think.
No, this is my fantasy.
Okay,
what band would I want to do like a big arena thing, or would I want to do like a small club?
Small intimate club.
If there's one band I would say to never use the word never on, it would be Tool.
Really?
I can see Tool doing anything.
Well, to make money, yes.
Yeah,
I don't
anything.
know.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying
I don't put them in that column of Kiss.
I don't put them in any column. That's what I'm saying. I think they could go any direction. There's no way.
I could see like Pussifer doing it, but not
I love Tool, but they will do a lot of things for money. Would I want to do like the Stone? The Stones would be, like Pearl Jam? That would seem to be boring too. What would I want to do?
Yeah, you need
Do I want to do like a party band? But I don't want to party.
Brett Michaels.
You're having a real difficult time with this. Pearl Jam, they're going to go, hey, what's your name? Scott. Scott, roll out these rugs, all right? We got 15 rugs to put on this stage, all right? We need some candles and bottles of wine for Ed.
Who would you do? Fantasy.
Do you want me to be a crew member?
I'd be a crew member for a band.
I've obviously been a part of this 1,000 times, so this isn't interesting to me. But, I guess from a gear perspective and kind of maybe the opportunity to talk to somebody, I would say the Police. If I could see the Police.
The Police.
Okay, that's a good one.
I would want to be a part of how they're setting up their sound, because there were always
so
like
strictly from how do they do this
perspective. Yeah, and show me the gear and like what are you guys using as far as
that's pretty good.
The background details.
Scott, what about you?
I'm going Dwight Yoakam.
Okay.
Dwight Yoakam.
Straight up.
Heck yeah.
Brave team.
Awesome. Willie, come on. I want to hand Willie Trigger. and finally
Okay, that's a good.
go
that's-
full circle. That'd be rad as hell.
Learn. Who would you?
You know, I would probably, no doubt. I'd be like, let's just hang out. Let me see that pre-show energy. Have a little salad with Gwen and Tony, and yeah, I'd love it.
I crew enough. I mean, with some of these shows with Can You Feel the Punk Tonight, I'm the first one there. I'm there at 7 a.m. You know. What I
Yeah,
mean?
but even
So
like-
I'm a part of every aspect of building the show.
Maybe I don't want to like Paul McCartney.
Top shelf.
Like Paul McCartney. Let's see how the sausage is made.
Okay.
Yeah, because Paul Simon's back on the road. That could be.
That could be nice.
Seeger would be
Backup.
cool.
And I feel like, I've seen a lot of stuff from behind the scenes at a Paul McCartney show, and it seems like, and maybe
What do you
that's
mean? You've seen the things behind the scenes?
No, and they'll put out YouTube videos of like, here's what's going on backstage, and maybe it's just what they want us to see, but it looks like everybody's having a decent time.
There's
Not
always celebs back there.
Not too much of a good time, but just enough.
You know, another one too.
Oasis would be cool too.
Oasis would be cool.
Oasis would be awesome. I bet you that'd be like
They'd be so
there would
rude to
definitely
you.
be stories.
Yeah.
For me, it
I
would
want
be,
an experience.
For me, it would be you two as well, just because after that Sphere show, I read this whole thing, how, the Edge is always like a big part of using technology. And the dude has swapped all of his tube amps for modelers, for digital modelers.
That's why I would pick them too.
Yeah, me
But,
too.
I mean, but at the Sphere, under the stage, the dude had like 17 amps, all like...
I'd pick you two so I could boo them from the wings.
You'd be nice to.
You know what? And they would be nice to you, and that's what makes them
Or
better.
would I
than
want to
you.
do like Metallica? I don't know.
I
like
was
the
gonna say,
nicest
Metallica would be
Irish
rad.
people ever.
Metallica would be
a
cool.
stadium show where there's more going on under the stage than there is on the
I
stage.
mean, if Bob Seger would let me come out and pretend to play the sax for the beginning of Turn the Page, I don't just have the guy backstage playing it while I'm out there in the spotlight. That'd be awesome. Like, I would pay for that.
Did you just do Spy Hunter?
I'd pay 10 grand for that.
David Lee Roth to be
I
his
mean,
roadie.
that might be more than you ever wanted to sign up for. But that would be a crazy experience.
It would be. I would want a story.
Yeah. Oh, you'll get it for the price. We're getting closer to the Academy of Country Music Awards, which I know is very exciting for everybody. It's going to take place on May 8th at the Star in Frisco, Texas. And it was already announced a while ago that Reba is going to return to host, but now they've revealed their first round of performers. So Lainey Wilson is going to be the reigning ACM Entertainer of the Year. She's going to be performing live and is sure to give everybody a great show. Eric Church is going to be singing to promote his new album, Evangeline versus the Machine. And then Blake Shelton will also be there, because he too has a new album for recreational use only, which comes out the next day.
And what is this for? This is
the ACM Awards.
Oh,
So-
which I'm assuming everybody's coming over again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I assumed last year and nobody showed.
I'm going to boycott this year because of the controversy.
Oh, yes.
yes.
Oh, we should never speak of that.
Oh, that's right.
Well, let's speak about
Let's not speak of the controversy. What's the controversy?
Blake Shelton is in the news, kind of controversial. He and Gwen Stefani are super cute and met on The Voice and all that. Well, they have a breakup song that's coming called Hanging On. Here is what
What?
Blake had to say.
What? They're breaking up?
Possibly.
It's actually a breakup song that's about breaking up, but still trying to stay together.
It's a breakup song
It's
about breaking up.
Hey, we're breaking up.
Yeah,
Still trying to stay
I'm pretty
together.
broken up when I wrote it. And, I'll tell you what, I was breakdancing on the farm there. And,
Let him
broke
finish. I'm
Broke
sure it's
toe.
going to be profound.
That's about breaking up, but still trying to stay together. That's there you go. That's the title, Hanging On. It's really no reflection of where Gwen and I are in our relationship,
God.
I hope. But it's a country song, and we wanted to do it, It's a song that pushes us vocally, and we just love the song. We're to a point in our lives, we just want to do songs that we love and then see what happens, I guess, later.
It don't mean damn near nothing to me. To tell you the truth, I can hardly explain it. It's about breaking up, but
now,
staying
now-
together.
Breakup song.
And
I feel like if I were to talk on the phone to Blake Shelton, I would fall asleep. Just because he has a very calm,
Yeah.
boring ass voice.
You ever broke up with someone but didn't do it and stayed together and then wrote a song
And then you
about
wrote
the
a
thing you
song
didn't
about
do
it.
and then also stayed together and there was no reflection of any kind of personal
And you hate your
connection?
laugh, but that's music,
I
baby.
got
That's what I
nothing,
did.
nothing attached to this, but I'll be at the ACMs to promote it.
Song about getting drunk but staying sober. And
And getting over your
That's the
problems.
next record, man. Hey, don't jump ahead. You ever drive a car but walk?
yeah, it's like,
You ever drive a truck while walking?
Guys, you remember in 2016 in Paris?
How could I forget?
When Kim Kardashian got tied up and they stole like millions of dollars worth of her
terrible
jewelry.
story.
Watch me
Terrible
play this
story.
guitar. I'm not going to use my hands. Sorry, go ahead.
What are you going to use? Well, the robbery that happened, she was staying in Paris in 2016. I believe she was there for Fashion Week or something
Yeah.
going on. Really terrible story. I mean, nobody deserves to have this, even if you are a
it's
billionaire.
terrifying.
They bound and gagged her at gunpoint. The armed robbers forced their way inside the Paris apartment where she was staying. She was renting it out. And they made off, these criminals made off with $10 million in jewelry, including a massive ring that was worth $4 million in itself. And so now Kim is going to travel over to Paris in May. She's going to testify on the stand. There's going to be a jury trial for this Parisian gang.
They caught them all.
They did, which is wild.
And they recovered all the jewelry, right?
I think so, yeah. But crazy story. Will Smith is 7 years in. Well, he still has 7 years to go on his ban from the Academy Awards. And, a lot of us think about what's next for Will Smith? Is his future redeemable? Nobody's ever their worst moment. He's kind of stayed out of the limelight for the last couple of years. Here he is talking to the Associated Press about what he's going to do with his 10-year Oscar ban.
With the ban and everything, are you looking to appeal, or are you just looking just to ride everything out and just continue to do you?
I am looking to be.
Is Will Smith interviewing Will Smith?
It sounds like it.
It is the same. It is the same voice.
It also sounds like something he would do.
Here's Will Smith on Will Smith.
With the ban and everything, are you looking to appeal, or are you just looking just to ride everything out and just continue to do you?
I am looking to be the best human I can possibly be, and I'm going to take what I get with that.
I feel like he's looking in a mirror
And tell it himself.
and telling himself.
Yeah.
I hope
Talked to my friend Blake Shelton. He said to appeal, but also ride out the ban. And I didn't know what he meant, so I guess I'm going to do both.
But I hope it doesn't reflect me.
He's trying to redeem his future. Hopefully he
It
can.
did sound like him.
Man.
Michael Caine remembers working with Beyonce and Heath Ledger in his new memoir called Don't Look Back, You'll Trip Over, My Guide to Life.
Okay, I saw this. So he worked with Beyonce.
On the Austin Powers, the last
Powers.
one.
And when did he work with Heath Ledger?
The Dark Knight.
Oh, The Dark Knight. That's right.
Of course, yeah. So that'll be interesting. He remembers Heath as a lovely guy, very gentle and unassuming. And finally, let's talk about this. Suzanne Somers died from breast cancer in October of 2023.
Yes.
And now she is back. This is wild. So her husband, Alan, worked with a company called Real Botics to create a, quote, digital twin of Suzanne Somers. It mimics both her voice and speech patterns using recordings and footages of her. And so here is some AI
This
Suzanne
is
Somers.
super creepy.
It's very strange.
Okay, here we go.
Does the name Alan Hamill mean anything to you?
Of course I do. Alan Hamill is my husband of 55 wonderful years. He's my partner in everything, from life to love, and we've shared so many beautiful memories together. Do you have a favorite memory of us?
What's your favorite memory that we share?
Oh, there are so many. One of my favorites is when Alan and I were filming a cooking segment together a long time ago. We had a little mishap with the blender. Let's just say it didn't go as planned, and we ended up wearing more of the smoothie than we actually made. We laughed so hard, and it became a running joke in our house. It's those lighthearted moments that really bring us closer together.
I mean, it sounds very choppy.
Yeah.
But it's the same. Man, I'm going back and forth. I'm like super sad.
It's sad, man.
Super sad, and then I'm like, you know what? Like this. I mean, you guys are talking about memories and nostalgia and all that kind of stuff. This is like
Yeah,
right
but
in line
this-
with it, and it works.
This is like not healthy though. It's one thing to keep like tokens of or artifacts of your marriage and whatever, but like
I
this
can't
is a
crap on the guy
robot.
for grieving in a certain way. Like it's his wife of 55 years, and people grieve different ways. It's just I get super knowing that it's the husband of that long,
Yeah.
and he's asking like, "What's our greatest memory together?" And
hearing it.
AI.
Is he going to have sex with the Suzanne Somers robot? Like, is he going to have
Is that the
intimacy
next
with
step?
her? Like, I don't.
This
yeah.
is a full doll?
Yes, it's a full mannequin
Oh,
essentially.
it is. Oh, I thought it was just a voice.
No. It looks like her. It doesn't look like her. It's a terrible. Suzanne Somers was so beautiful, and like
Yeah.
it doesn't look like her. Good in a good enough way,
Did they
but
throw like a blonde wig and a thigh master in a microwave and just see what happens?
yeah, there's no thigh master.
Hold it
It's
out.
really sad.
This is I don't know, it makes me sad. That's my first thought. Is like
Yeah.
my first thought was creepy, and then hearing him talk to it, I'm like, ooh, man, that's a sadness kind of.
Because
And he says Suzanne would have smiled a lot, been really happy, and would have endorsed it.
this is, I'm assuming, his memories being regurgitated, right? Like they didn't get information from her before she passed.
No, they used clips.
Okay.
So they used AI to bring forth like interviews and different things, like pieces of her from media.
So when he asked what's her favorite memory of us, it searched the web for a story she told.
Maybe he had some input there. I don't know.
Yeah,
isn't
that's.
I'm curious about that.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be. It's only going to be what's available to the public.
This isn't too many steps past, a few years later, saving a voicemail of somebody that passed away and listening to the voicemail all the time.
But that was real.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
really
them.
them, though. Like I did that. I had my dad's voicemail for a long time, and
Right.
you know,
I'm not saying it's
Honestly-
the same. I'm just
But
saying
that's gone, too.
It's a few steps past.
like I don't know where
I
that is.
agree with you both, kind of, because I'm like, it is kind of a bridge too far, but I'm also like, maybe it's the good move if they were married 55 years. How old's this guy? 80s?
And he's got to be in his 70s.
55 years of
if he's-
marriage.
55 years.
If he's not moving on, like if there's no opportunity, if he's like, hey, I'm riding out my 80s here. I'm going to be a lonely widower. I don't have any interest in a relationship. It'd be weird if you were trying to move on. Mm-hmm. And you started dating someone and be like, oh, that's my wife bot. Don't worry about that. That's my dead wife bot. No big deal.
Yeah, maybe it means not all that much to him. Maybe he's just trying to see if it does something. And this is part of the grieving process. I am not going to poo on anybody. That
Yeah.
It's 55 years of
It's
marriage. I
odd.
don't know what that feels like. So do your thing.
Because did you see the video?
No, I didn't see the
Yeah, I
video.
saw it.
Yeah, it looks like you're at Disneyland and it's you're at
It's
the
a
presidential.
small world. Yeah, the presidential.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
like that. So I don't think he's really
That would
thinking it's
creep me
all
out.
too real.
Anyway, that's your crap on celebrities.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today, Bad Baby. The aspiring rapper known as the Catch Me Outside, How About That girl on Dr. Phil is 22. Keira Knightley is 40. Amy Smart is 49. Juvenile's 50. T.R. Knight from Grey's Anatomy is 52. Leslie Mann is 53. She married Judd Apatow. Kenny Chesney, 57. John Stockton, the retired Utah Jazz point guard, is 63. Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She won season 11 of Dancing with the Stars. I had no idea. She's 65. Marcus Allen, the legendary Raiders running back, is 65. Dean Dillon is 70.
Chiefs.
And Chiefs, yeah. Martin Short is 75. Vicki Lawrence is 76. Steven Tyler is 77. Diana Ross is 81. And Bob Woodward, one of the reporters in the whole Nixon thing, is 82 years old.
So this guy, her widower, is 88.
Oh, yeah. He knows.
He's 88 years old.
He's just throwing a couple things that might make him smile before he's checking out too, man.
I don't know. It's tough.
Do you think?
It is kind of a slippery slope, but at the same time, he's probably lonely.
Yep.
And it's like if it's a reminder of her to get him through the day, maybe it's a victimless
Maybe it's all
crime.
right. All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Misty Stone. And today's birthday girl's been in 677 fine films, including Amazing Asses 12, Anacondas, and Little Mamas 1. Angels of Debauchery 8, Big Ass Cheaters 5, Big Black Bubble Butts 1, Black Feet on Booty Street 2, in a movie called Dime Pieces 2, in a movie called Mama Turned Me Out 2, Pimp for a Day, Worship My Giant Black Ass 1, and who could forget a role in 2009's and Scott's favorite, Laid a Pipe 2.
It's awesome. It's a mystery.
Yeah,
Misty Stone is 39 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those were crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.